What's up, guys? It's Zach here, back again with another FIFA 18 career mode video with Crystal Palace here today, and we jump right into a game. We do play Burnley in our first game of today's episode, and then we will follow that with a game against Southampton, and finally a game in the Carabao Cup, the Football League Cup, against Reading, I believe it is. So Nathan Dyer highlighted there as a new signing for Burnley. Really good winger. Got some pace about him, so we just got to be a little bit careful with that. Love this new lineup introduction. Really, really cool. Makes it feel like you're watching the game on TV, right? And I also love Palace's black uniforms. Really, really cool, the away uniforms there. And this is all sped up just so we avoid that copyright strike that's been going around. Yeah, so we start a full-strength lineup there. That's pretty much our first choice, 11 right there, with Benteke leading the line up top and Sacco, our star in defense. So right here, Burnley does get their first chance of the game. They do force a save out of the font there, and then throw another cross in from this throw-in that he actually picks out nicely. Really impressed with Lafont, and I hope he gets even better as we move forward. He is really a hot prospect. I think he's going to be our goalkeeper for maybe the entire series. I don't see him going anywhere. So we are working the ball through the midfield here. Cabai hits Benteke. Benteke finds MacArthur making that run and scores. So really nice goal there. He did what he needed to do. It may not have been the prettiest, but we got the job done there, so that was nice. And it's a really good goal, and it's one of the first times we've had a lead so far this season. We have struggled, particularly in the Premier League, but I promise you we're over that hump. I'm getting used to the gameplay. I'm starting to feel comfortable with the team. And I did want to address a comment that was on one of the other episodes. I believe it was episode 1. Wow, what a nice goal there. Really, really nice goal. Don't blame the goalkeeper at all for missing that right on the stroke of halftime. But that comment said, you sold Zaha, so you ruined the team. Now, while I agree, Zaha was one of our best players at the club. I will readily admit that. I have played with him in other game modes, and I didn't love how he felt. I feel like he didn't have a good enough end product. So the man we brought in to replace him, Nkudu, you'll see in this episode, does make a really noticeable impact. And right there, he brings the ball up, passes to Benteke. Benteke hits Milevjevic, and he tucks it home for the game-winning goal, and what ends up being the game-winning goal. And he can't get a lot better than that. So, I mean, we're starting to win games without Zaha. I want to turn it into a team that I'm comfortable with, that I create. And getting rid of him for a very good price, by the way, was a decision that I was happy to make. So, you know, if anybody has comments like that, I'm happy to take it on board. I do have reasons for the things I do, and I'm happy to share them with you guys. But, you know, barring that, definitely feel free to comment, leave criticisms, leave suggestions for what I can do. How about a replacement or somebody to bring in January? We have a ton of money. And I know we are a little bit off from January at this point, but, you know, it'll be here before you know it. We're going to start running through at least 3, sometimes it'll be 4, maybe even 5 on a bumper episode, games per episode. And we will get a lot of career mode gameplay in here, because they do only come out twice a week. So I am going to start running through more like 4 or 5 games an episode. Today's does have 3. That's because I wanted to end on the cup game. We will have a Manchester double in the next video. I believe it will be a Manchester double, a cup game against Burnley, and one more game after that I can't remember. It might be Chelsea. But anyway, so we are into the Southampton game. Nothing happened in the first half, hardly at all. I wanted to show a couple of chances here, and Benteke absolutely drives that home into the bottom corner. Really starting to click with him. He provided both the goals to our central midfielders, and that's one thing I like about this formation. We weren't winning games, we changed formations, and now we're able to kind of make runs off of players. So Benteke holds the ball up, wingers bring the ball up the field, Benteke holds the ball up, and those midfielders push on, and that's how we scored both of our goals in our last game. And I was really happy about the way that we did that. And then Benteke, of course, getting on the score sheet here as well. So I do make a defensive error there. Didn't clear it as well as I could have. and there again. But we do get the ball out with MacArthur. MacArthur sees Sacco, and this was a mostly unchanged lineup. Sacco was one of the few additions into this game, I believe. And yeah, he hits Nkudu there, getting on the score sheet. That was one of those like whipped crosses, which I actually think really suck this year, unless you're in that exact situation where you kind of want it away from the defenders, but also away from the goalkeeper, and somebody is going to be free on that far post. That's what you got to look for. And Nkudu scores. Would Zaha have scored it? I mean, probably, but Nkudu did as well. So that's the. And then I was screwing around there, and I accidentally became the goalkeeper, and then couldn't save the free kick. So it is in the 90th minute. Southampton do get a goal back. I was upset with myself for doing that, but you know, it is what it is. And that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So we do collect a really nice win against Southampton, 2-1. Nkudu, 1 shot, 1 goal. Can't argue with that. And moving forward in the Premier League, we now have 2 wins under our belt. We should be able to push on, do even better. I'm not happy with our start, but I'm happy with the way that we rebounded from a poor start. So our first couple of games, obviously, we're sitting in last place with 0 points after, I believe, 3 games it was. Now we're up into mid-table. We've got 6 points. We're on our way up, which is really nice. And now we're gonna jump into a cup game. I accidentally skipped the like kind of intro scene, so I do show me selecting my lineup here. We are going to go with a almost entirely changed 11. This is our like alternate team. Townsend sat for the Southampton game, so he'll jump in there. We do give Tom Davies his debut here, along with Punchin and Much in the midfield. Play Kakai out on that right wing, see how he can do. Wickham gets a start up top as well. Our defense is totally changed with Loney, Fusu, Mensah, and pairing up with big purchase Ridevald, and then Wayne Hennessy in net. And our fullbacks are changed as well with Kelly on the right and Papa SWRN on the left, who I really like, by the way. So we do jump right into the game here. Reading, our championship team, nobody to turn your nose up at. Definitely somebody that could prove to be a difficult opponent. But you know, we're going to do the best we can with our rotated 11 and see what we can do. And you know, going forward in this cup, I may start playing stronger sides because we need wins, right? And it would be nice to, as we get a chance there with Jason Punchin, it would be nice to win some silverware in our first season, right? That would be awesome. And our best chance to do that, we're not winning the league and we're not winning the FA Cup. So our best chance to do that is right here. As you can see, we start an attack all the way from the back. Kakai takes the ball forward from their corner. Wickham ends up losing it. And then we do get countered right from our counter. Really back and forth game there. Tom Davies and Jordan Much combined to win the ball back. Really nice passing. Kakai again out on the right wing. And I just want to show all this build-up play because it was a back-and-forth game, and we do end up almost getting a goal there with Andros Townsend. He does get deflected, and the ball does get pushed out of play. But we take the corner short. Jason Punchin up top to Tom Davies. Tom Davies whips it, and again, don't quite get a goal there. So after 90 minutes, the score is all tied up. We do go to extra time. We make a couple of substitutions. We bring Benteke on to try and get us in the goals. We move Wickham out to the wing. We bring in Loftus-Cheek for one of his first couple appearances, and swap Davies back to that CDM role, to that holding midfielder, which has just been invaluable, especially with Kabai playing there normally. It's been really good. So just a couple of minutes into extra time, Benteke holding the ball up nicely again. Who sees Loftus-Cheek, who sees Davies, who sees midfield partner Punchin, who sees Loftus-Cheek, who sees Benteke. Can he do anything? Doesn't choose to turn inside. Instead goes the Punchin to Loftus-Cheek, who lays it off to Tom Davies, who hits a cracker of a shot right into that upper left corner in a move that took like 4 in-game minutes to develop. A lot of nice, intricate passing. I passed up an opportunity to go inside with Benteke there to kind of hold the ball up and just work a better opportunity because I was afraid of using his weak foot. And it did end up, you know, working out for the best. And Benteke celebrating our win. So we do go 3 for 3 from today's games. 3 wins from 3 games, 2 in the Premier League, 1 in the Cup. That does see us move on, and again, hopefully, you know, we can go far. I wouldn't mind a nice Cup run. It'd be really, really nice to go far in that competition. So we're just watching game highlights now while I cover this one last thing that you'll see in a second. We do get an international management offer. It is from South Africa, not a team I'm interested in. But if we get international management offers for, you know, some of the bigger European teams, maybe even the bigger South American teams, I am going to be interested, and I'll put it out to you guys. If you guys have any comments about teams you'd like to see me manage, let me know. But ultimately, we'll kind of get what we get. I do want to manage somebody in the World Cup. I want kind of a sideshow, but, you know, we'll get there when we get there. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks. See you later.